Hi, David Erdos with poem 58 from 2020 Vision, Back and Beyond. I finally take my long walk, Coney Green, across from the house that I live in, a miniature take on the country, including to scale dogs and walkers and a tiny village church on the side. These empty steeples that point are missiles now sent in God, who sniffs straight back, clearly shrugging, as each of us seeks direction and a locale to replace damaged pride. All forms of redundancy roar as the devil abuses man's purpose. Hillingdon's cheeky chum's nursery stands sun-scorched and barren, as if the children held in it had aged and died suddenly. Its board declares its intake, and the provided date echoes in me. From 3 months to 5 years, as if this were the sentence that the lockdown were going to serve, finally. How will the world have changed by that point, once this close to cosy illusion has lifted, only to be replaced by another and then another again when books burn? When will we find that the Fahrenheit we all face will be as Ray Bradbury once predicted, with all we knew and thought singed then surrendered to the powers that oppose hearts that learn? I take a random road from the green that I have never walked, having lived here for years, and turn into a star-specked light tunnel. It is a seemingly endless public footpath, the U68, that delivers me from the urban to a form of ruralised past. Moving further still through this zone, I pass elderly owners' allotments, or at the current time, their allesments, as people size their small holdings to measure the scope and scale of what lasts. And so I catch a glimpse of the place this once was, a breeding ground for the river, and fancy I hear on the breeze former voices colouring the sunned and spectral air with times lost. Shades that will never return, and in walking through, their fast fading remains to remind and to honour time's shaping before the horrors to come apply cost. Green gives way to green as I turn into a larger enclosure. Spilling from a long lip of houses, the fat tongue of this field kisses me. It is in that single instant serene, before the relaying in of a near parade of dog walkers, which in turn becomes almost stately, as if each separate snare of confinement permitted the dogs to walk people in some pale attempt to feel free. But for that initial moment, the field speaks of a much older England. The movement of the grass in the breeze is a larynx through which the ancient earth clears its throat. The sound that spills speaks for trees, whose leaves weave and wave their agreement, as even scent casts opinion, and Mother Nature starts screaming in order to smother the joke that man has started to tell, to keep the long-invited dark in abeyance. But Aunt Gaia is appalled at our mire and is raising the curse as we sit. What dogs spend feeds the soil, but now long-forgotten heirs comment on us. They know that we in fact have no graces and that our scars coarsen landscape as COVID flavours boredom with the texture and heft of our shit. I listen hard to the land, perhaps seeking forgiveness. In walking out, I have wanted to both sacrifice and survive. Previously, I had only ventured out to the shop, but today I was actively tracing time travel, hoping against hope for renewal, as well as bidding those workers of old to revive and once more honour the land, so that the tempered earth might protect us. But it has for far too long borne the insult that we have trampled and pissed into it. So, is this the world biting back, or another final solution that the fascists frame and then shatter as 7 billion souls taste lime pits? Will and can we return across the world at large in this country, or in the small green I return to, close to the bunker of books that's my home? No one knows. We'll know soon. So welcome the ghosts who call to you. I seek and need their lost counsel, as cursed and cut in my county, the Uxbridge green and peasant land begins singing. And so I chorus back, scared, alone. How long now, I dare ask, and cast my gaze ever upward. but the castle in cloud appears empty, and I wait once more for the guidance from an increasingly distant throne. David Erdos, May the 6th, 2020.